Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. I forgot I didn't have an opening. That's okay. I'm here now. Um, Little anticlimactic, isn't it? But that's okay. Um, Let me change my background back to what it was before. There it is. Love that. Okay. Well, as usual, I don't think we'll be here more than an hour. Kind of weird without the intro, though, right? Hey, Lydia Washington, thank you so much for being first. Let me bring my slides up and then we can get into it. Uh-oh, I just messed that up. Let me try that again. Fudge. Okay, let's see what I'm going to have to do. Sorry about this, but I have to reset it. Okay, let me try it one more time. One more time. Okay, there we go. That's so much better. All right. Thank you so much. Hey, Heather Stroud, thank you so much for being here. Um, hmm. Oh, I know what's missing. Where the hell is my bell? Hmm. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Okay, hold on. I got to get my bell. The night is young and full of possibilities. Well, come on and let yourself be free. My love for you, love for you. Okay, that's better. Lady T. Okay. What? I tell you, nothing is going right today. Let me try that again. Okay. All right. Let me try that again. Something's missing. So I'm going to have to take this away. Sorry, you guys. That's got to go. And I'd like to know where you got the notion. Yes, I'd like to know where you got the notion. Rock the boat. Don't rock the boat, baby. Okay, this should work. There's a Hanoverian here? No, Hanavari. Oh, okay. Hanavari. I like that name. The Hanoverians, that was one of the houses of the royal family, the Hanoverians. They like to spend money. The Regency period, that was the Hanoverians. Okay, there we go. Y'all, Prince Harry got them so tired and frustrated. Oh, they don't know what to do with themselves. They are just tired. Not tired, but tired. They just tired. Days of my tired. They tired. Okay? Tired. Let's see. Baron Kate has forgotten that Harry is the real prince. She has no chance against Harry, none whatsoever. They filled her head with these ideas that she was going to close out the week of royal tour. And I doubt if anybody even noticed. But I tell you what, they got her to do some work. So it's not all bad. Okay. Also, you guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. Please hit the like button. It goes a long way to help with the algorithm. Never forget. Yeah, don't forget September the 11th. That, of course, is the anniversary of 9/11. And, well, among other things, it changes the way we fly. It was one of those things where you say, where were you when you heard about Princess Diana, when you heard about January 6th, or how about September the 11th? Or how about 7/7? Huh? The 7/7 event. Where were you when you heard about that? Um, Everybody's got something in their lifetime where they'll say, I remember when. So, yeah, um, I'm embarrassed to say I slept through it, but I worked the night shift. I went to bed, I woke up, and the whole world was different. That is how I remember it. Everything was very, very eerie and different. So um, that's my memory of 9/11. Uh, but yeah, and I went to the museum in New York City. The museum is fantastic. They have really done a lot to make you feel as though you are in a very sacred place and you have a chance to see things from a whole nother perspective. So, yeah, check it out if you get a chance to. All right, coming up next, the Diana Award. Yes, Diana Award, Youth Well-Being. That is the, oh, let me see. I remember, okay. Yeah, Elvis. I remember I didn't believe it. I didn't think it were possible. Kind of like with Diana, you struggle to figure out how could someone so full of life not be here anymore. That is very tough. But yeah, I totally get that. Okay. Well, the Diana Award it says 1 year after launching their groundbreaking Decade of Youth Well-Being initiative, the Diana Award brought together an intimate gathering of young leaders, philanthropists, and changemakers in London for a powerful discussion on how social activism is transforming mental health outcomes for an entire generation. The Diana Award, founded in memory of Diana, Princess of Wales, and supported by both her sons, Harry and his brother, has made youth empowerment central to its mission through programs including mentoring for at risk youth, anti bullying campaigns, and collaborative initiatives that reimagine mental health support for young people from racialized community. Yeah, so if you're from a racialized community, well, that definitely has this edge to it. So, Young Voices Leading Change, the Duke of Sussex reflects on youth agency, the mental health crisis by the numbers, corporate partnership for change, a global movement for youth well being. So that's all the stuff that's covered. I am going to give you the link for that website because I'm hoping that you will go to the website and see all of that for yourself because we want to definitely get some traffic through that website so that these Sussexes will know how important that website is to us. So there is the link. I'm going to pin that to the top of the chat. So please make sure you check it out at your leisure and you can read about all of the topics that I just brought up. It is there for the taking. All right. Hey guys, Claire here. Hey guys, Claire here. I love saying that. Hey guys, Claire here. So you have to take it up and then you bring it down ever so little and you just say, hey guys, Claire here. See that? It's all a matter of the inflection. You have to, you see what I just did there, right? You want to take it up nice and high, and then you want to breathe it out. Hey guys, Claire here. See there? No, you don't, but that's okay. Keep practicing. And then you'll be just like me. You'll forget which channel is yours. Oh no, I had actually just saw her thumbnail, and that's why I thought about her. Hey guys, Claire here. uh, okay, let's keep it moving then. Anyway, got some great pictures from the Diana Award. There you go. That's pretty cool. And here's another. There is some video of Harry actually speaking, but the sound is really, really hard to hear. I mean, it's not so hard, but um, I don't know how you can hear it. I'll tell you what, I'll see if I can find a decent copy of it tomorrow, and then I'll share it with you. And you can hear some of the interesting things that Harry said. He wasn't standing up and speaking, he was speaking directly from his chair. And so he did not have a mic on him, on his person. So that's why it was kind of, not the best sound quality. And of course, Harry has a gravitational pull. Whatever room he's in, people I'm sorry, let me try that again. People gravitate toward him wherever he is in life. He just has this very strong life force. And here's another, and that's Dr. Mm, Dr. The doctor, the lady with the gray hair. That's Dr. Um, well, I know she's a doctor. Unlike that other person, she is a real doctor, a PhD. And okay, well, I'll try her name again later. Uh, I'm so bad with names. I do apologize. Okay. And it's interesting because Harry and his brother, they take turns hosting certain events with the Diana Award. But one thing is for certain, they are never in the same room at the same time. So they host individually. So yeah. But people have noticed, I've noticed that whenever Harry is there, the energy level increases a lot. There's a lot of good, positive energy whenever Harry takes his turn with the Diana Awards. And a lot of people may remember a few years ago when William had the year prior, and then the very next year, no, actually, William spoke to the group first, and then he excused himself because his portion of the program was over. But Harry spoke to the group. Remember, they were sitting at that big conference table, and he spoke to the group uh, via camera, uh, and the excitement. I mean, they were like, it was like night and day. It was very respectful for William, but not so interesting. But when it came to Harry, oh my goodness, it was like, let the party begin. It was as different as day and night, I promise you. So, such is the power of the Duke of Sussex. Okay. And Harry was all smiles. I was afraid for him because I thought that spending time with his father was just going to zap his life force and that he wasn't going to have the ability to smile for the rest of his tour. But he did. He did. And yeah, you can see right there that is one of Harry's smiles. He was really enjoying himself, and I'm so glad for that. He needed that. He really did. So I'm so glad for him. And if I'm correct, I believe he was gifted a bag or two bags, something like that. But those are gifts that he received to take home. Oh, look at there. I'm telling you, Harry was throwing some looks. He was definitely throwing some looks. This is someone who is comfortable in their skin. And remember, it is the Diana Award. And yes, that award is was founded by Prince Harry, His Royal Highness Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and his brother. Yes, and his brother. What's his name? Y'all know what's his name. Is Ivy here? How come I didn't see Ivy? Hello, Ivy here. Anyway, Ivy, if you are here, greetings. Greetings from Royal Sussex. Okay. Oh, great, great. Yeah, I went sliding through. I could not see, but I'll take your word for it. Ah, there you are. Hello, Ivy here. Bye for now. Bye from Ivy. Bye. uh, okay, and let's see. Prince Harry hugs Colleen Harris at panel discussion on mental health organized by the Diana Awards. How sweet. Now, when she woke up that morning, did she know that she was going to get kissed by a prince? Huh? How do you know that's going to happen? The answer is you don't. It's just you're there, and suddenly there is this very affectionate prince of the realm, and yeah, you end up in his embrace. I think that is so sweet, right? But look at that monster in the background. Who let that thing in there? Do you see that troll behind them? Oh God. Why is he here? Why is he here? That would be my question. Why is he here? Whose idea was it to let him in? So there you go. Thanks, Sage Knows All, for picking up on that Jack Royston in the background, grinning from ear to ear. These haters are so weird. They're literally like breathless teenagers when in Harry's presence. So yeah, Jack Royston, I thought he didn't like the Sussexes. I thought he didn't care for Harry. And yet there he is, smiling and grinning from ear to ear. See, you never know. You never know. He's got a creepy face to me for some reason. I'm not sure what it is. But there's something about him that is creepy. Oh, 1.1 million pounds from the Duke of a Duke is absolutely phenomenal. We're really delighted for the Duke's support. Well, let me see. I think I have a soundbite for that. Let me see if I can cue it up. And nope, that's not it.
£1 million from the Duke is phenomenal. To fundamentally support organisations in Nottingham that are working around the theme of violence impacting young people. We know it's a huge issue, and we're really delighted for the Duke's support.
CRS is an art, media and sports project based in the heart of the city of Nottingham. Over the years, we've seen young people coming through the door, maybe a bit nervous, not having the most confidence to put in on performances.
£1.1 million from the Duke is phenomenal. To fundamentally support organisations in Nottingham that are working around the theme of violence impacting young people. We know it's a huge issue, and we're really delighted for the Duke's support.
CRS is an art, media and sports project based in the heart of the city of Nottingham. Over the years, we've seen young people coming through the door, maybe a bit nervous, not having the most confidence to put in on performances.
Okay. I think that'll do it. Okay. I'm moving around because I wasn't comfortable. One moment, please. Okay, I think this is better. Okay. Yeah, I'm having a little back thing. I felt like I needed to stand up. And you know what they say, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. All right. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay. So, royal fans praise Prince Harry's adorable reaction after a woman screams, "We love you, Harry. We love you," as Meghan celebrates her husband from afar. Well, let me see if I can cue that up for you so we can see what that's about. Even though I shared it with you before, I'm going to share it again. I hope this is the right one.
After so many challenges, Prince Harry's in place of after so many challenges.
Harry, you brought the sunshine with you.
This time, he's putting his own money up front.
Okay, that was not it. Let me try another one. You know, it's when he walks through the door. You know what I mean? Oh, that's it. I know that's it.
Harry, we love you. Harry, we love you.
That's it right there. That's that little cheeky grin. I love that. So yeah, that's the one right there. And you can see the photo on the right captures that grin, and the one on the left, that of course is when he went inside of the building. See there? Great picture. Yeah, I believe Harry is on his way home. Now, Zandy Sussex found these. I must confess that seeing the Derangers crashing out is highly entertaining. You can see here on the left side, I feel like crying, to be honest. This just feels like a clear setup of William and Catherine. But okay, it's okay. We hold the line. They feel as though Harry, I guess, coming back to the UK, spending time with his dad, they feel like that must be some type of Kensington Palace setup. I don't see why. And then there on the right side, Harry's is benefiting. Harry is benefiting from a huge PR push at the moment. I've seen people say he's happy and the royal family needs him back. Can anyone from the UK tell of if they must be upset? Can anyone tell of if the vibe is changing toward him? I'm getting worried. Well, the vibe never left him. The vibe never left him. Honestly, the vibe has never left him. Don't believe these numbers, these newspaper polls where their usual constituents will vote for things. Those are not scientific polls. This idea that Harry is not highly favored by most people in the United Kingdom is ridiculous. They don't know what they're talking about. There's nothing changed as far as Harry and his relationship with the people of the United Kingdom. Nothing. There's a silent majority of people that highly favor the Duke of Sussex. They always have, and they always will. No way Harry has lost the generation that grew up with him. No way. I don't believe it. That's wishful thinking on their parts. Take a look at the action hero himself. Yep, that is not just an action figure. That is the Duke of Sussex. Hey, Beverly McCaskill. All right, and if you look behind Harry there, what do you see? Misan Harriman. I shared a picture of him before, but this one is much clearer. Now that is a smile that will melt butter. Very sweet. Very sweet picture. Okay. And these are some photos from, you guessed it, Misan. Tedros Adhanom, the guy from the World Health, Dr. Tedros from the World Health Organization. Yeah, that's what most people call him, Dr. Tedros. I have deep admiration for the Duke's humanitarian spirit to make a difference in the world, especially to alleviate the suffering of people living in conflict settings. I am, it got cut off. Sorry about that. I am show more. I'm sorry I missed that. Anyway, if I had to paraphrase, he's going to say, I deeply admire the Duke of Sussex. Yeah, that's probably what he said. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. They say that King Charles III has been hit by yet another downward spiral as far as the popularity of the royal family. The royal family. See there? Sussex Soldier says, support for the monarchy by the British public has fallen to a historic low. Nope, not even alleged cancer, wigs, or hair extensions can stop the downfall of the monarchy. Like I said before, I can't wait to see it all. See the 2026, what is that, TTC crown size? I wonder what that means, TTC crown size. Be something Oh, oh well. That. What is TTC? What does TTC mean? I don't know. Oh well. I'm sure it has nothing to do with a fertility clinic. Uh-oh, is the mic not working? Check 1, 2, 3. Is the mic not working? Oh, okay, it is. Toronto Transit Commission. Oh man, I'm sure that's exactly what they mean. Oh, trooping the colors. Thank you. Oh, the crowd. I said crown, didn't I? The crowd. Duh. Yeah, why did I say? I said I can't wait to see the crowd. The crown size is the crowd. Thank you. Sorry about that. Hey guys, Claire here. Thank you for switching on my channel. Okay, so King Charles suffers major blow as support for monarchy drops to historic low. New figures paint a less than favorable picture regarding the British public's support for the monarchy. King Charles' monarchy hits lowest popularity since records began. The monarchy is in its deepest popularity slump ever, recorded by a major research charity in 42 years of polling, eclipsing the downturn of the Princess Diana era. In 1983, 86% of UK adults thought the royal family were important, compared to 51% in 2024. According to the British Social Attitude Survey released by the National Center for Social Research on Thursday, at the same time, support for abolishing the monarchy has risen from 3% to 15%. During that time, those who felt it was unimportant, but who stopped short of backing abolishing, getting rid of it, rose from 10% in 1983 to 31% in 2024. Newsweek has contacted Buckingham Palace. The royals never comment on polling as a matter of policy. Well, they will if it's in their favor. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. And I'll be yours until the sun refuses to shine. In other words, until the end of time. Okay. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. Copycat strikes again. Copycat strikes again, you guys. Y'all remember the Duchess of Sussex wore that beautiful locket. It had Harry's initial, and then it also had Archie and Lily's initial, right? Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth Diana. Well, it sold out in 24 hours. Copy Kate learned about that, and look at her. She had to get the necklace out, didn't she? Which is why I say Copy Kate strikes again. Look at that grin. Look at that shit-eating grin. It's like, nom, 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 shit. I love it. Crap. That is what that is. If that doesn't look like I just ate doggy doo, I don't know what it is. But you know what, guys? Kate was having a very good day. I don't know how they tightened her face up, but she looked younger. She looked younger. Bear with me now. I tried to find photos where I could see that it was, but okay. The photos probably were airbrushed, and I'm going to tell you why. If you look at the Getty photos, it credits Arthur Edwards. Yes, that creepy old man, Arthur Edwards. Just to make sure that everything went right and they didn't leave anything to chance. Who decided that they had to be there? Well, they invited Rebecca English. That way, the article would have the right spin. And she could coordinate all the other media. Okay? And who took the photos? Creepy Arthur Edwards. The one who took that photo of Princess Diana with the light shining through her skirt. Oh, what a pig. Yeah, that was Kate's answer to Prince Harry's week. They had her rest up for a day, and then they trotted her out on Harry's last day when they knew he would be en route to the US. And they had her go out to a textile company. And yeah, but I tell you, she looked amazing. She really did. I'm saying her makeup, her face. But I suspect Arthur Edwards, before he turned over those photos to Getty Images, he tweaked them a bit, allegedly. Wink, wink. You know, not all photographers will do that. So, yeah, I do believe that he used a very kind lens for her. Do you guys remember the movie Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman? He was auditioning for that soap opera, and the director, she says, you know, I'd like to make her look a little bit more attractive. How far can you pull back? Camera 6, how far can you pull back? How do you feel about Cleveland? Camera 2, I'd like to make her look a little bit more attractive. How far can you pull back? How do you feel about Cleveland? Knock it off. So I think that's what happened. I think they decided to try to make Kate look a little bit more attractive. And probably, I'm going to say Rebecca English said, Arthur Edwards, I'd like to make her look a little bit more attractive. How far can you pull back? How do you feel about Scotland? That's how you do it. If you want to make her look a little more attractive, you have to pull all the way back to Inverness, right? If you want to make her look a little more attractive, you have to pull that camera back a little bit. So while Kate was, at that factory, at that mill, looking at the fabrics and textiles, poor Arthur Edwards had to get in a helicopter and go and fly about 2 miles away and then take the picture. Works every time. Works every time. What is going on with her? Take a look there on the left. Now, okay, that is a beautiful suit. It needs a little tailoring, right? They did the best that they could to make it fit without it looking like it was for, a teenage high school kid. But with what little fabric they needed for her, it's a nice suit. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to say anything else about it. But that little strut that she's doing there, why is her knees all dipped in like that? Why does she look like some type of claymation or I don't know. It just looks weird, I think. I'm starting to see that windsock again. I want you to notice something else that Copy Kate did today. Do you see what she did? Well, when Harry greeted the ladies from the Diana Awards, he greeted them with a nice warm peck on each cheek. And holy moly, what do you think Kate did? As soon as she got there, she broke all royal protocol. Look at me, still talking about the rota call. She breached protocol and gave him a kiss on each cheek. Look at how awkward it looks. You know this guy was not expecting that, right? But she took those big manly hands of hers and just pulled him in. I'm pretty sure he wasn't sure what was going on, but he just, played along with it. Yeah, this poor guy didn't know what was happening. But he decided to play along. I mean, when you're dealing with somebody that have hands like that, hands that could almost knock your block off, you better play along. So that's what he's doing. He's playing along. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. She just pulls him in like that. I thought it was weird too. I mean, she's doing that weird pose when she's walking toward him, and then she practically yanks him by his collar and pulls him in like that. I was like, okay. I mean, if William doesn't mind, I don't care. Chef Sandy Love, how long has it been? My dear, how long has it been? Thank you so much for joining us. Kate Middleton hair change shows the limits of royal image control. Well, Feminagra, and believe it or not, I forgot to put the pink background. Kate Middleton returned to royal duties in early September with a new look. After weeks out of the public eye, her appearance at the Natural History Museum with freshly lightened blonde hair, newspapers and broadcasters rushed to frame the debut as enchanting, glamorous, and trend setting. Yet the public saw something very different. Instead of admiration, there was criticism about her appearance and speculation about her health. Within 2 days, she appeared again, this time with a signature brunette somewhat restored. The rapid change revealed how, even with heavy media protection, negative public opinion can break through and carefully manage image of a new princess of Wales. In other words, she got the message. She got the message, y'all. She heard them loud and clear. Media headlines celebrated Kate's blonde debut. On September the 4th, Kate stepped out with Prince William for the first engagement after a long summer break. Coverage of from GB News called her a Disney princess. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a Disney princess. Have you ever seen a Disney princess strutting across the street like that? Would you expect to see Maleficent or no, not Snow White or any of those princesses? Would you expect to see them strutting across with their knees dipped in like that? I wouldn't. That doesn't look like a Disney princess to me. Ethan's husband. I don't know when was the last time we saw Ethan's husband on Royal Sussex. However, I happened to see something that Ethan's husband posted onto the social media, X, formerly known as Twitter. Go back to bed, Kate. Harry has left the country. You see there? You see there? Now that is some sage advice if I've ever heard it. She can go back to sleep. Matter of fact, she can sleep until her hair color returns because Harry's gone. She don't have to pretend any longer. I love it. I don't know who's responsible for this. Maybe while he was sleeping, or maybe just for fun. But I think that maybe one of the kids went to give him a hug, and by the time he put the child down, he didn't realize that somebody had put a little barrette in his hair, put that little pink bow up there. Or maybe that's his look. Maybe that makes him feel confident. Maybe that pink bow gives him strength and courage. It's very subtle. You almost wouldn't even notice it, but there it is. I like it. I think it kind of humanizes him, right? Yeah, I think it humanizes him. It matches his bloodshot eyes. Shelly L. Hi, Baron. Hello, Squaddies. What in the haystack hair hat is going on? When did I miss that? Are you talking about Miss Kitty or Kitty Litter? Are you speaking of Miss Kitty Litter or Willie Willie Wank Willie? Anyway, thank you for the super chat. Oh, and thank you for being a member. Can't forget that. Well, there's another one right there. I think that is, now that is very artfully done. There's something very artful about that. You have that silhouette of that massive cranium, and then to top it off with that little bow, I think that's just adorable. See how that humanizes him? It makes him seem a little softer instead of that crude, ignorant person that he really is. Yeah, you see there? It's that little fuzz. I think he likes for it to catch the wind. Maybe he read somewhere that exposing it to the wind and the sun will help to reinvigorate those hair follicles. Yeah. Anyway, I should warn you that is not the Duke of Kent. That is um, the Duke of Cornwall. I repeat, that is not the Duke of Kent. And then, of course, when I was a kid, I was afraid of those Cupid dolls because they look a little creepy, don't they? What if William really is a Cupid doll? What if he was actually switched at birth and or hear me out, maybe he traded places with someone as a teenager, and maybe that explains why those very strong Diana looks have faded. But I tell you, if he doesn't look like a homicidal Cupid doll, I don't know what he looks like. If the Cupid doll didn't look strange enough, if a Cupid doll had grown up, I swear it would be William. Looks just like him. Got that same terrorizing look. That horrible look. Looks just like him. Hey, Legs, keeping me up all night yesterday. Let me see. Was that Kate has no self-respect? She's single white females with single white females, any woman that has a personality, and she waited for a man who couldn't care less about her. Pathetic. Yeah, she definitely gives single white female. And for those of you who do not recognize that pop culture reference, the single white female, that was a movie. There was a movie where someone, I believe they answered an advertisement for a single white female, and she ended up terrorizing her female roommate. Is that right? I don't think I've ever actually seen the movie, but I think that was where that term comes from. She terrorized her roommate. She thought she was putting an ad in for someone just like her, someone with the same values and everything. But what happened? She ended up bringing a maniac into her home. I don't think I've ever seen that movie, though. I guess I should see it because we're always referencing that, and I don't think I've ever seen it. But thank you so much, Lex, for the super chat. So let me bring it up for you, and I'll show you what I'm referring to. There it is. Doesn't that look creepy? That is probably a Kate Middleton. It probably is. She has no girlfriends. In 1992, psychological thriller film that is about a woman whose new roommate became dangerously obsessed with taking over her life. Oh my God, it's more frightening than I thought it was. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's Kate Middleton. Starring Bridget Fonda and Jennifer Jason Leigh, the movie is based on the 1990 novel Single White Female Seeks Same by John Lutz. The title abbreviation comes from the classified ad of the era where SWF, single white female, was a common way to describe a person looking for a roommate. So, yeah, I think that describes Kate because she is a bit cray-cray. She is not altogether there. I mean, just look at that smile. Look at that smile. That is a face of terror if I've ever seen one. There's something behind that smile that just scares me. I'm just frightened. So yeah, if you're going to try to get a roommate, be very careful. Yeah, she's all into the hugs. You guys, I'm not encouraging you to look at any of their social media, but I will just tell you, Kate went to the factory. She greeted the guy with that big hug and a kiss on each cheek. She went inside. She actually took her jacket off. She took her sports coat off, and she put her hair in a ponytail, and she did some silk screening. I repeat, she did some silk screening. She actually asked around about stuff, and then she literally took her jacket off where she was wearing that black t-shirt, and she started sliding that thing back and forth doing some type of silk screen. So yeah, this was a very well rehearsed appearance. She knew exactly what her marks were, and she asked questions. Now they were barely audible. I have to tell you, I couldn't understand what she was saying. I could hear the other person just fine, but and I'm not just making this up. I couldn't understand what she was saying. I really couldn't. And they didn't have any subtitles, so I don't know what she asked the lady, but I could not understand a word that was coming out of her mouth. Or should I say, I couldn't understand a mumble that was coming out of her mouth. Mumble. Wasn't that a Boy George song? I'll mumble for you. 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 Okay. Kate Middleton's hair change. We did that. Go back to bed, Kate. Harry has left the country. We did that. William with that very strange pink bow in his hair. And there he has a little plaid bow. I think they're trying to soften up his image before he becomes king. And of course, William with his haunting resemblance to the Cupid doll. William kind of looks like the Cupid doll on crack, but the Cupid doll. If the Cupid doll used meth, that would be William. And poor William, what a lonely life he leads. Harry getting all of that attention, reminding people why he's simply the best, much better than all the rest. much better than anyone. There you go. He's simply the best. When you call me, you need me. My heart's on fire. Da-da, da-da. Speak the language of love. Oh boy. I love to do Tina Turner. You must admit Tina Turner's accent got very interesting as she got older. I like when that one comedian said, "Why does Tina Turner sound like she's from England all of a sudden? She know her name is Anime Ham Hock Bullock." Oops. Oh boy. Okay. All right, I knocked something over. Sorry about that. Anime Ham Hock Bullock. Okay. Everybody know her name is Anime Ham Hock Bullock. Anime, you better sing that song like I told you. Ike, whether I sing it fast or I sing it slow, it all sounds the same. Anime. Let's see, I think Kate smiles all the time because her face sags. Yes. You're clocking that, aren't you? Thank you for the super chat. Yeah. If she's not smiling, everything goes south. Yeah, if she doesn't smile, everything goes south. Connie Balmer. Connie Balmer, did I forget to greet you? I am so sorry. I've been looking at you and I just thought for sure I said Connie Balmer. But anyway, Connie Balmer, thank you so much for being here. Please forgive me. How could I have been so rude? I was careless and I'm sorry. Look at Kate's hands. See how her hands are? Like she's getting ready to do some work. Her hands have been like that probably since she was knee-high to a cricket. That's the problem. She always have her hands like she's ready to reach and do something, but she never does. It's like she's prepared to do nothing. I don't think I could go a day without dragging Kate Middleton. I don't think I could go a day without dragging Willie. It makes me happy. The People's Duchess kind of thinks she had, what is that, massive, had a, what's that, Botox to sharpen up that jawline. You know, it is kind of boxy, isn't it? But you know what? You know what? I think that was going to happen anyway. See, I think that was going to happen anyway. If her mother is any indication, in all likelihood, that that was bound to happen. Let me see. Yeah, because she is turning into Carol. She is turning into Carol. Let me show you. Now I'm trying to find a good one for you. Let me see. Well, there's that one, but that ain't the one that I wanted. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, but that's not the one I wanted. She actually looks really nice without all that extra makeup on. I think she looks better without all of the, you know what I'm saying? She looks more natural. I think that looks attractive for her. You know which one I'm looking for? I'm looking for that picture when they, oh my God, where is that one? Oh, I bet you I won't find it. Oh. That one. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. I have nothing to say. All of the years of scheming and conniving, all of those years of social climbing have caught up. Those years of social climbing has caught up to her. That's what that is. That was all those years of taking the kids out of school, putting them back in school, trying to figure out what William is doing next. And look at what happened to her. Poor Carol. Poor Carol. Poor Carol is turning into Wayland Flowers and Madam. And then one day she got a little panicked and she just tried to, you see what I'm saying? She got a little panicked. But anyway, that's enough about her. Oh. Anyway, let's talk about Harry. There's Harry enjoying the warmth of that crowd that was so glad to see him. And I love this picture right here. Very cool. Do you have any adjectives that you would like to give me? How would you describe this person? That is Richard Kay, a well-known critic of Harry and Meghan. Oh, he seems to have it in for them. Does he have enough makeup on? I think I'm going to have to pull the camera back to Cleveland. No, you know what? I think I may have to pull the camera all the way back to the Mississippi Valley. Yeah, Quad Cities. I'm going to have to pull the camera all the way back to Quad City if I'm going to help him out. I may have to pull the camera all the way back to like Tibet. I had no idea. I was looking at this in HD and I was like, oh my God, nobody will believe me. Let me take a screenshot. Has he been reporting on the royals since the time of Queen Victoria? I mean, this looks like something that just like sat up at the funeral home. You know what I mean? This looks like something that just sat up in the middle of a funeral. This looks like something from Madame Tussauds during the heat wave. Yeah, like like the air conditioner went out at Madame Tussauds and they were just about done, and then the air conditioner went out, and anyway, you see what happens. Hey, Jojo. Okay, if you guys think that that's something, wait till you see this. Yes, that is Richard Eden. Um, what does it mean when your ears turn red like that? I repeat, what does it mean when your ears turn beet red? I'm sure that that means something, but I'm not sure what it is. Does that mean that people are talking about him? Does that mean he's making up something, telling a lie about the Sussexes, or what? Okay. Now, if you guys have a weak stomach, I advise you to leave now. Don't say I didn't tell you so. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Jan Moore. That, I'm afraid, is a Jan Moore. What is a Jan Moore? Well, if you took a Hollywood character actor and a children's a children's television show icon, sex symbol, if you would merge the two of those together, you would get Jan Moore. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see where I'm going with this? Now, who are those two actors that I'm referring to? Who are they? I mean, I hate to admit it, but Jan Moore got some roots in Hollywood. Huh? Take another look. This is someone who is hypercritical of Harry and Meghan. They interviewed her and they were asking her about Meghan's as ever. And boy, did she have a lot to say. As ever. See how she's gesturing? And at this point, this is when she was really being very critical of Meghan. Oh, and I just don't know what she expected. When she first started, she said that the name of the jam was American Riviera Orchard, and now she wants us to believe that it was going to be as ever all the time. Well, why do you care? Why do you care what Meghan is doing with her products? And then she even tried to say that, oh, I understand Goop because Goop is based on family recipes. Well, so is As Ever. Here, she had all these nice things to say about Goop. Matter of fact, wouldn't that be a good name for her? Goop. She looks like Goop. Ladies and gentlemen, Goop. Goop Moore. Goop Moyer. Who said that? How did you know? How did you know? You know what? There are no prizes, but you're right. This is the product of a very tumultuous love affair between character actor Miss Piggy and none other than veteran actor. By the way, thank you, Gwendolyn Daniels. Veteran actor. You've probably seen him in dozens of movies. Jack Elam. Jack Elam. That is the product of Jack Elam and Miss Piggy. Yes. Yes, you guys, I broke the story. I have broken the story. That is the product of a very tumultuous love affair between veteran actor Jack Elam and Miss Piggy. Thank you, NJ. Why does Willie always look constipated when he fakes his laughs? Because he's a sociopath. That's why he borders on sociopathic behavior. That is why. Sociopaths have to fake their emotions because they don't really understand or are capable of real human emotions. Anyway, you guys, I have solved something here tonight. I know a lot of people were trying to figure this out, but I cracked the case. Veteran actor Jack Elam and Miss Piggy had a very saucy night together. Oh, there was cheap booze on the night table. Miss Piggy's feather boa was thrown in reckless abandonment. And of course, several months later, a litter was born, a litter. Most of the litter stayed in Hollywood, but just one of them lived her lifelong dream of being in London, which is where she resides today. So out of a litter of about 12, Jan Moyer decided that she wanted to be in the UK. And that is the rest of the story, or somewhat thereabouts the story. Okay. They broke up. Yeah, they had broke up. They had a on again, off again, and they had broke up. And so when Miss Piggy, who has been capable of kissing a frog, ran into Jack Elam, and after a night of unbridled of passion, well, anyway, the result was Jan Moore. Yeah. Yep, I could see the resemblance. I could see it very clearly. Yeah. Oh, well, that is one of those like true Hollywood stories. You just couldn't make it up. You know how they say in a painting, the eyes follow you? I don't think she can keep up. You know how they say in some picture the eyes follow you? I don't think she can keep up. I'm like walking back and forth right now, and I don't think she's really looking at me. At least I don't think she is. See, if I lean this way or if I lean that way, it takes her a minute to catch up. Oh, well. All right, you guys. I think that is going to do it for us tonight. Yes, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. And thank you, Legs, for the very, very fun chat last night. You guys, we did a members only. So if you do have a membership, you can go and watch it. Yeah, we talked about various subjects and topics, but eventually we got to the royals. Okay. All right. I will see you all next time. Good night, everyone. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. You're quite welcome, Marie G. You know what they say? I'm going to keep my eyes on you. Really? Both at the same time? I'd like to see that. Yep. Okay. Cheers, everyone. Love you.